What's happening, everybody? It's Sean with Reactions to the Classics, and today we got a reaction to the dynamic Hepnotics and their song Soul Kind of Feeling Live, brought to us by our friend, longtime supporter, and patron of the channel, Jim. Jim has introduced me to so much fantastic Australian music over the past year. I'm so appreciative of that, but appreciate all the patrons who make this thing go. If you want to support us anyway, check out that Patreon link below, the Patreon link on the end screen. We couldn't do it without him. All right, here's what Jim has to say about this. He says, this is quite an obscure one again. This band has a few hits back in the mid-'80s. The song always reminds me of being in my backyard in the summer of 84 or 85, working on my push bike. Always seemed to be on the radio. They were a soul funk band that I always felt had a more U.S. Happy Days sound, not the usual Aussie pub rock sound I was used to. I really loved it. It still stands up now, in my opinion. Formed in Sydney in the late 80s, but after their success in 84, 85, they had gone their separate ways by 1988, but will always be remembered by me as the soundtrack to a great summer. And I'll tell you what, I got songs and albums that way from the 80s for me. When you grow up in a time, man, and the album becomes a soundtrack of that time, I always say this on this channel, but there's nothing like music that can just instantaneously take you back to a time and place. It's fantastic. It can also be painful if it's painful memories, but it can be fantastic. So a little bit about them. As he said, they started in 1979, disbanded in 1986. The mainstay was lead vocalist and frontman Continental Robert Sues. So that is kind of cool. This song went to number 5 in 1984 in the UK. And the album this is taken from, Take You Higher, is their first and only studio album. So they were together for that number of years. They only made one album. So, all right, I'm going to have the lyrics up as always. Thanks again, Jim.
Thank you.
All right, Soul Kind of Feeling. Just a really well done song, right? The brass, I like the brass was almost a call and response to his lyrics, right? And he's just talking, he starts out the song like he's not going to talk about, all the stuff that people get upset about, right? He's not going to talk about religion and these different things, man. And he's kind of going to focus his mind on the happy stuff. But I thought that the star of it is just the arrangement, right? The singing, the vocals, along with the arrangement, how they play off of each other. It was just super fun, man. And I can see how this would take you back to a time and place, and how it's very different from what was out at the time, and really very different from most of the music that I knew that was out at the time. For sure, is almost more, soul, but almost ska. There's all kinds of different elements in here. It makes it kind of a fusion type song that, it's very catchy. So thank you very much to Jim for bringing this one. Let me know what you guys think of this. Do you remember these guys? Right? You can tell me what else to check out from them. There's only one album. I see it right here in front of me. But let me know your thoughts below. And until next time, guys, I will see you.